Hey guys, today I am going to continue my fall food and drink inspired eye look series. And today's look was actually an idea from my husband Brian. He said, "What about caramel apple?" Duh, I hadn't thought of that. I don't know about you, but when I eat caramel apples, I love a Granny Smith apple, just the tart green apple, then with the sweetness of the caramel around it, to me is like perfection. And I love nuts on it too. You have to have nuts on it. It just makes it so much better. But so that is what my look today is going to be inspired by, a caramel apple. And I don't know if you guys know the caramel apple suckers, but they are a green sucker, so they're like a sour kind of sweet, kind of like a Granny Smith apple, and then they have caramel around the outside. So that is my thought. It's like the green of the Granny Smith apple, or like those suckers, and then the caramel, obviously, which is brown. So I'm going to go ahead and use my two Juvia's Place palettes that I own. I'm going to be using the Nubian for different brown shades that I want to use for my caramel, and my Zulu for this awesome green here in the middle that is going to be my Granny Smith kind of color. And then I might use this Wet n Wild little palette. It's in the Rosé in the Air, because I really like this kind of caramely color transition shade that they have in here, so I might want to use that. So we'll see. I don't know. I pulled it out just in case I decide to use it, but we'll see what I end up doing. I filmed a look before this and then just took my eye makeup off, so that's why the rest of my eye makeup is on, and I do have a little bit of black liner left on my eyes that I didn't quite get off, so excuse that please. But I didn't want to redo my whole face of makeup before I did this video. So I'm going to go ahead and get into this video. Actually, I know one thing I'm going to use from this little palette here. I'm going to take this all over the lid. So I'm going to get started and show you what I'm doing. okay, I'm going to do my lashes and mascara. I'm going to do my liner and mascara, and I will be right back. And there's the finished look. Here's how it turned out on the lids. And then as you can see, I went underneath. So let me show you real quick what I used. I used this shade all over my entire eye, from bottom, lash line of the lid all the way up to my eyebrow. Then I used this shade here as my transition. Then I used this shade all through the crease and on the inner and outer thirds of my eyelids. And then I used that green shade just right in the middle of the lid, so a little bit like a halo effect. And then underneath I took this color again on the inner and outer thirds of my lower lash line. I smudged out underneath that with this shade again, and then right in the center used this shade again. And then the only other thing I did was take a tiny bit of this shade right here and used that to just darken up the outer corners of my eyes real quick. And other than that, what was the last thing I used? Oh, and for my brow bone and inner corner highlight, I used this shade here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shades, I guess, in total. But the main were like 3 shades. So super simple. I think it turned out fun. This is very wearable to me. I mean, in my opinion. I think this is a great way for you to be able to play with color a little bit. If you're nervous about it and just kind of starting to want to dabble in color a little bit, it doesn't have to be this green, but I think doing a very like neutral brown eye, you can add a pop of color in the center and under the lid, under the lower lash line like that. And it just adds a little something, adds some brightness to the look, but lets you play with color a little bit without being too, like feeling like it's too out there. So let me know if you guys like this style of look that I did. I thought I would just try something a little bit different. It's something I would like to start using a little bit more, this particular like technique, because I feel like you can play with a lot of different colors that way. You can make everything colorful, or you can just make there be pop of color. So yeah, so this is my caramel apple inspired look that my awesome husband Brian gave me the idea, and we have one more installment after this one in the fall food and drink inspired eye look collab. So I hope you have enjoyed the looks I've done so far. If you have not seen the others, there's a playlist right here that you can go check them out. And so there will be 4 in total by the time I'm done. And it was an idea I kind of came up with that I thought seemed kind of fun and just something different. So I hope that you like it, and that you can take the techniques that I'm using in the different videos or color ideas that I'm using, and you can switch them up to your liking and make something that is uniquely you. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. If you are new here, I hope that you will stick around and want to subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for being here yet again. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Bye.